What is up, you guys? My name is Roman. My pronouns are he, him, and his. And today, I'm going to be doing something really cool. I'm going to be doing a tier list ranking of all 38 Godzilla films, plus the two TV shows, um, Godzilla Singular Point and Monarch Legacy of Monsters. So let's get started. Let me just move my screen a bit over here so you can see me. Okay, and just get rid of this. Okay, all right. Okay, so starting with the first one, the one and only Gojira. So obviously, while I don't think it's the best one ever, no, it's easily one of the best, if not the best. It's easily going in S tier. It's easily going in S tier, just because it's amazing for what it is. It's an allegory for the nuclear explosion, and it just shows what a tough time Japan has gone through. But it's in a way kind of giving them like a healing process, if that makes sense. So I think that's great, and I love it. So we're doing that, and then yeah, by the way, here's the ranking of the list. It goes F, D, C, B, A, and S. S being the best, A being great, B being good, C being not good, D being abysmal, and F being god-awful. Okay? So, alright, let's continue. I would rank so yeah, it's easily the best Godzilla movie, especially if you like introducing a new audience to it. I would definitely recommend watching this one first. See the origin of Godzilla, basically. But yeah. Godzilla Raids Again, 1955. This one's kind of tricky. So I'm gonna put it in B. It's good. But actually, yeah, I think I'm gonna put it in. Actually, I think I'm gonna put it in C. Not good, but I'm not gonna rank it any lower. I'm not gonna rank it any higher, just because it's not really the best Godzilla movies. Like a lot of people agree. I'm sure a lot of people will agree with me because I know some other people dislike this movie. I don't necessarily dislike this movie. In fact, quite the opposite. It's like I gotta rank it a little good because it's the introduction to my best boy Anguirus, and yeah, I just love Anguirus as a kaiju. But other than that, the film just kind of, I don't know, just like flat and boring, if that makes sense. And it's my least it's my least watched out of all the Godzilla movies that I've watched. Of course, I've seen all 38, so out of all 38, this is the least watched one. King Kong vs. Godzilla, 1962. Easily going. Oh, so easy. This one's going in A tier. A. Because it's let me fix the camera a little. Yeah, because it's easily the bet. Oh, hold on 1 second. Okay, Uh, sorry, that just went out for a second. Uh, but anyways, so next, or yeah, Godzilla, uh, or King Kong versus Godzilla, is uh is not the best, but I would easily say that it is like um very fun to watch. It's the introduction of or at least reintroduction of Kong, because at that point he hadn't been in a film since 1933 when he debuted, and it was also the first Godzilla movie in 7 years. So I think it was great. And what another thing I find amazing about it is that this was the first time both of these monsters appeared in color. So that's great. And yeah, I love that. All right, Mothra versus Godzilla, 1964. USA title: Godzilla versus the Thing. So, this was the first Godzilla movie I ever saw. So, I think I'm also going to put it in A. Putting it in A. Cuz it's great. It's a very cool, and it shows the introduction to Mothra, the best kaiju, and I enjoy that. Yeah, I mean, well, it's actually not the introduction to Mothra. She has her original 1961 film, her solo film or whatever, where we first meet Mothra, but still, um, I find that to be very fitting. So yeah, I like that. Okay, so Ghidorah the three-headed monster, 1964. Um, I think I would also put that in A. It's it's a pretty cool. It's an awesome introduction to King Ghidorah, who would go on to be known as a really a really memorable antagonist, reoccurring antagonist for Godzilla, because he's his he's his Joker, he's his arch nemesis, and I just love in the end when Godzilla, Rodan, and Mothra all team up together. I thought that was very cool. I and it's just so cool to see them kick Ghidorah's ass, and just it's very fun. Invasion of Astro Monster, 1965. This one's tricky. I think I'm gonna place it in. I think I also, actually, I think I give it a B. It's it's okay. It's good, but um, it's definitely like a fun space adventure movie. And this was made in the 60s. This is back when Doctor Who and Star Trek were just getting started, so it really shows the it really shows like that in it. And um of course, space travel was still just in development at the time, so I think they had space travel back then, but they were just sending animals into space then, right? Yeah, 1965, because this is before the first human mission, Apollo 11, to the moon, so that's cool. And the Exilians are pretty goofy and pretty fun antagonist, which I think is which I think is uh, pretty awesome. Um, Godzilla vs. the Sea Monster, 1966, aka Ebra Horror of the Deep. So this one, I think I'll also rank it an A. It's it's a very fun movie. It's it's about these people going to an island. It's another island adventure movie, and uh they they go to the island. I forget what it's called, but like they go to an island, and they're like trying to stop this terrorist group. Um, and just their working is great, and the acting is great, and also the voice acting for like the English dub, especially. I find it so funny, just like the way like the voices they do. Like I find it to be very funny. Um, there's that, and Mothra also has a very prominent role in it, even though she spends most of the movie asleep. Still, once she comes into the plot, she's relative because she's relevant, rather. Because relevant, I think, yeah, that's the word. Because she's saving the people that were on the island, and she gives them a ride. So that's wonderful. All right, up next we have Son of Godzilla, 1967. This one, I don't know. This one's tricky. It's either one of the best or the worst Godzilla movies. Personally, I would rank it in, I want to say C. I don't know. This one's a little weaker. Of course, it's the introduction to Manila, so that's great. Oh, sorry, that was a weird noise, but I think, it's it's not the best, but it's not it's not good, but it's nowhere near as bad as some of the other ones we'll get to. But yeah, it's fine. Uh, I guess just like it lacks a good plot, and like Manila just kind of like the Scrappy Doo of Godzilla. That makes sense. That's why I don't like it. Destroy All Monsters, 1968. This one, I think I'm gonna place in S tier, just because how it's all another fun space adventure movie, and I actually like it more than Invasion of Astro Monster, because like it's the second time aliens come down to Earth and control the monsters, and I think they did it extra well in this, and I like the just like the overall story with like the key locks. They're pretty cool, and I enjoy I enjoy that a lot. So, and it was fun getting I mean, lots of stuff happens in the movie, but the highlight was the last 10 minutes when, all the monsters get together and they team up to take down Ghidorah. Period. Amen. That is amazing. It's the kaiju version of the Avengers. It's that good, and And then there's the amazing rocket prop, which steals the show. It seriously steals the show. Like it does it does stuff. Like, they must have been so proud of the rocket prop that they had to show it in the film a lot. But it's a very but it looks way cooler than the one in Astro Monster in my opinion, and yeah, that's why I like it so much. Alright, now we have Godzilla's Revenge, 1969. This one I'm placing an F. F. Hard F. Because it's just like it is arguably, I mean, it's not the worst one ever, but it's it's one of the worst Godzilla movies ever, in my opinion. Like it's just so bad. Like, it has such an annoying protagonist, human protagonist. Like, Ichiro Mickey is just such an annoying kid, and who just, he gets bullied and stuff, and like, and then like the segment of it is just like him having a dream. Like, Godzilla doesn't actually exist in the continuity of this movie. Like, I'm glad it's non-canon. It just exists in the real world, where he's just like a fan of Godzilla, right? And he just has like a dream about him going to Monster Island and meeting Manila, and then I will admit, it is kind of funny the way Manila talks, but still, why does he gotta talk? Especially in the English dub, it sounds so goofy. Like, Godzilla says that I should learn to fight my own battles now. Like, shut up. And then there's also Gabara, and Gabara is like one of the weakest kaijus I have ever seen. He could barely put up a fight with Godzilla. Instead, he just bullies Manila. And that's just no. I don't like that. So yeah, I don't like that. And you'd think it would teach kids an important lesson about, like, bullying, but here's the thing. It also shows him, like, when he's kidnapped, and like he beats up the criminals, but like, it's just like saying, like, I don't know, it's just saying, like, fight your own battles, but like the way it comes off, it's just kind of dumb, and it just like teaches kids like bad lessons. So I wouldn't show this to anyone. I wouldn't recommend this to anyone, not even the diehard Godzilla fan. Like, this is easily skippable. I mean, I watched it when I did a Godzilla-thon, but it's still, it's most likely not worth it. Like, if you really want a good laugh at it, just take a look at the Spenguli episode where he shows this, because it's more fun that way. But yeah, and like half the fights are just like stock footage, are just like nothing but stock footage of past Godzilla fights, and then the last we see of Godzilla, there's still 20 minutes left of the film. So yeah, this film sucks so hard. But yeah, that's what I think about it. Up next, we got Godzilla vs. Hedorah from 1971, aka Godzilla vs. the Smog Monster. This one I would place in, I want to say maybe C? No, B. It's interesting. It's just that it's very weird and trippy. You know what I mean? Yeah, like it's the whole movie is like makes you feel like you're on drugs. Like it feels like it feels like it is it either for it's either for kids or for adults or people on drugs. That's the best way to put it. Like it's like it's just like a cheesy B movie, but like it's kind of weird because Hedorah is a weird monster, and there's just like all kinds of weird animated scenes. Like it freaked me out, and and but it does have a nice message of don't pollute, save the earth, and I think that's great. Of course, this is when Godzilla went full hero mode, full Captain Planet, which you know that's a little weird because he has atomic breath. Like he tries to put it out with his atomic breath, but that would probably just make the pollution worse because he's radioactive. But whatever. But it also has that amazing moment, which when I saw Godzilla Fest last year here in Chicago at Godzilla versus Music Box, there's that amazing everyone cheered, like there's that amazing moment where Godzilla there's that bizarre yet amazing moment where Godzilla flies. And everybody cheered in the theater when that happened. Because why not? Godzilla vs. Gigan, 1972. This, I don't know. This one I think I would also maybe I think I would also rank it in B. It's very it's got a cool plot, and it's it's still pretty cool. Like it's kind of it just kind of like it's just kind of like a decent plot because like of like you have this artist because like you don't really see it from like a human's perspective, like or not human like a normal everyday person's perspective. Usually you just see it from like either scientist or someone who was in the military. You don't really see it from a normal civilian, but this guy or this artist, he's like a manga comic book artist, and he's trying to stop these alien cockroaches wearing human skin, and there's not really much to say about that Godzilla. Again, half of this is stock footage with Godzilla, but with like the battles and stuff, but still, I think it's still a pretty decent movie. I mean, for one of the weaker entries, it does have the introduction to Gigan, and that's pretty cool. And Gigan's definitely another one of my top favorites. I love Gigan so much, but it also shows Anguirus with Godzilla, fighting with Godzilla for the first time, which I think is also great. I love Anguirus so much. He's such a good ally for Godzilla. Excuse me. Godzilla vs. Megalon, 1973. This one, I don't know, I want to rank higher, but it feels a little weird. I guess I would also place it in B. It's great. Well, not actually, sorry, not great. What I meant to say was, it's good. Like it's easily watchable. It's actually one of my most rewatched Godzilla films. I adore this film. I like the introduction to Jet Jaguar. I think he's pretty cool. I have two action figures of him, which I think is also great. And I have two action figures, and I just I enjoy this movie for what it is. It's also the introduction to Megalon. Megalon's a pretty cool creature. He's like a cricket grasshopper monster with a silver star on his head, and I just think Megalon's pretty cool. However, it kind of gets a little weird and repetitive with the stock footage, and it, despite being called Godzilla versus Megalon, it's more of about it more of shows Godzilla fighting Gigan, and it's more of Jet Jaguar versus Megalon, so that's kind of odd. Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla. Oh, by the way, we haven't put in anything in D yet, but we'll get to that. Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, 1974. I'm putting it in A tier. It's, the introduction to Mechagodzilla, another iconic foe of Godzilla. He's like the member of Toho's Big Five Godzilla characters. That's I think that's great. And Mechagodzilla is this Mechagodzilla really looks mean, and it really has like control over itself. Like, it really kicks Godzilla's butt. It's not and it makes him bleed even. It's not the first kaiju to make Godzilla bleed. We're looking at you, Gigan, or maybe even Hedorah. But Mechagodzilla, and he's not really like controlled or anything by the simians. Like the simians, the space apes. They're just he just like given orders, and he does it. He just like given orders, like, okay, Mechagodzilla, you destroy this, and then he does it. Okay, just had to stretch. Let me stretch for a bit. Okay, so where were we? Terror of Mechagodzilla, 1975. I guess I would also, I would give this one a B, just because I like its darker, actually, yeah, I like its darker tone, and the cyborg lady is tragic, but other than that, it's not really much of a good plot, and Mechagodzilla's terror only lasts like about 5 minutes in the film. And it does introduce Titanosaurus, which is a pretty cool kaiju. I will not lie. We need to see more of him. I'm surprised he didn't come back. Of course, in Godzilla's Singular Point, we'll get to that in a bit, but Godzilla, his first form looks like Titanosaurus, but anyway, sidetrack. I think the overall story is good. I'd rank it in good. Alright, that wraps up the Showa era. Now let's go to the Heisei era. The Return of Godzilla, 1984. I think I'm going to put it in... I think I'm going to put it in A. Or A, actually. I just because it's like a good reintroduction to Godzilla, It was a reboot of. It was like a reboot ignoring all the previous Godzilla films except for the original, which I think is pretty cool, and it brought back Godzilla's terror. It made him mean again, and it just shows the true power of Godzilla, and while also being I don't know what's the word, like just very ominous, if that's the right word. Yeah, but yeah, Godzilla versus Biollante. I think I would also give it, actually, I think it's going in, oops, okay, I think it's also going in A. Also going in A. A tier. It's easily good, and I think the soundtrack is amazing. I love BioWars, and Biollante is another cool kaiju. She's well known for being a female kaiju. She's a plant Godzilla hybrid with a human soul in it. I will admit, I do think the part with the girl, what's her name, Erica. I think Erica, like her soul in it is a bit cheesy at times, but it is hold on one second. Let me plug in my computer. It's about to die. Okay, so it easily is the best, like it's definitely one of the best in the Heisei era, in my opinion, because like it has empathy. You feel it. And Biollante, she's neither good or evil. She's just a force of nature. And she's also kind of like, she's kind of like and she's an interesting kaiju. She's like the half, she's like the half sister to Godzilla. And yeah, Godzilla versus King Ghidorah. This one's going in A. I think it's great. Like I love, again, cool soundtrack. Oh, and also I forgot to mention about Godzilla vs. Biollante. It's the introduction to Miki Saigusa, who is easily the best character in the whole Heisei era. But yeah. And then Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah. Sorry, I'm jumping around. Also A, because excuse me. I like I just like the whole time travel thing is pretty cool, and I just like I love the addition of people. I love that they show the origin of Godzilla with him being a dinosaur. And I guess my only problem with this is Ghidorah not being an alien. But it is what it is. Godzilla vs. Mothra Battle for the Earth, 1992. This one I'm putting in, I want to say, I I think I put an A also. Again, same level as King Ghidorah. It's just, it's great. It's a cool movie. Not really much happens for the first half of it, but it does get started once it gets started, and it's an awesome, it's an awesome uh, introduction to a new kaiju, Batra, who's like Mothra's evil twin brother or whatever, who is a very cool kaiju. I love Batra, and I think it's about time Batra makes a comeback. Like, I would love for Legendary to make, in the MonsterVerse, a solo Mothra movie where Batra is the villain. Please make it happen. Please make it happen. Fingers crossed it'll happen one day. Up next, we got Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2, even though it's technically the third. Easily putting it in S tier. It's the best. I think it's the best in the whole Heisei era, actually. And mainly because, well, it just has a great story, and I love Godzilla's role in it. Like, it's actually the Godzilla movie where he has the most screen time in it. So, and I think that's wonderful. Alright, I'm just gonna plow through these because I'm on a schedule, and we're kind of running out of time, so let's just get through these. Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla. I think I'm putting it in... I give it an A. It's a cool introduction to Godzilla's evil twin brother from space, another one-time only kaiju. Actually, I think I'd rank it in B, just because it's kind of weak. The plot isn't that good, and and then of course, like, they kind of repeat the trope of they kind of do, I don't know, just like Mogira is a cool looking robot. I love the upgrade of the new design of Mogira, but it's a very weak kaiju. Like, it hardly does any combat with Space Godzilla. So, for that reason, I'm putting it in B. Godzilla vs. Destroyer, 1995. Easily going in S tier. It is a great movie. It's the best. It's another best of the Heisei era. It shows... I love the origins of Destroyer. That he was created by the atomic bomb. Or not the atomic bomb, the oxygen destroyer, which killed the first Godzilla. And that's cool. So I think that's great. And yeah, it's just really sad seeing Godzilla go and die. It really hits you on emotion. Godzilla 1998. This one's tricky. I want to rank it higher because I know it gets disliked a lot, but I think it doesn't deserve all the hate, so I'm putting it in C. It's not good, but in terms of a Godzilla movie, but in terms of just a regular movie, it's fine. I don't think of it as a Godzilla movie. I think of it as more of a remake of what inspired I think more of it as a remake of The Beast from 20,000 Fathoms, which is what inspired Godzilla. So it just called Godzilla because I think of it as just like a remake of what inspired Godzilla. So because it's like about a giant iguana going to New York and stuff. So I'd rank it in C. Godzilla 2000 Millennium. I'm ranking it in, I want to say B. It's good but not great. It's a fun movie. It's cool, but and Orga is an amazing kaiju, but the reporter lady is just so annoying. She gets on my nerves, and she really just no. Godzilla vs. Megaguirus 2000. Godzilla vs. Megaguirus 2000. I would rank it in, I want to say maybe, I think I'll also give it a B. Just because it's got a cool plot, but there's also an annoying character in it who gets on my nerves, and the plot is kind of weird because they try to stop Godzilla with a black hole gun, and that's just kind of weird, and no, I don't like it. I like it, but like it just kind of like unfair, because like I feel like the writers don't know how black holes work, because black holes they don't work like that. They suck up everything. But hey, at least it's better than at least it's a better alternative for finding a new way to stop Godzilla other than tanks, which I think is great. And the introduction to Megaguirus is pretty cool kaiju, even though she's only in 2 scenes. Her introduction scene and her final battle with Godzilla, which ends with Godzilla killing her. Up next, we have GMK. Godzilla, Mothra, and King Ghidorah, giant monsters all-out attack. Easily going in S tier. That is my favorite Godzilla movie of all time. And it's still, for years it's been my favorite Godzilla movie of all time, and it still is. I just love it. I love the plot. It gets Godzilla right, and for what he is, and I love how it's very mystical and has to do with spirits. I just love it. The best. Godzilla against Mechagodzilla. I want to say I'd put it in B, just because Godzilla's a little... Actually, I give it I give it a B. Just because Godzilla's weak in this, and he barely puts up a fight with Mechagodzilla. Tokyo SOS. Also in Tokyo SOS, I put in C. Not good, just because it's just not it's just also weak, and I don't like how I don't like how they get rid of Akane, and I think that's her name. They get rid of her. Like, they don't kill her off. They just have her go train in Europe, and they replace her with a different dorky pilot, which I don't think is great. And then they just repeat the same thing where he has to go inside Mechagodzilla. I don't think that's great. Godzilla Final Wars. It's going in A tier. Yeah, I find it very fun. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to put it in S tier, just because non-stop action, and it's just very fun, and it's just very goofy at times, but very gritty. If that makes sense. Godzilla 2014. I'm placing it in... I give it a B. Because, they keep cutting away to humans, and, it's not really great. And, Bryan Cranston, Joe Brody, he was such an awesome character. They did not need to kill him off and then just focus on his boring ass son Ford. That was Aaron Taylor Johnson. Like that was just so, that was just like not good. Water break. Okay. Shin Godzilla. Easily going in S tier. I love Shin Godzilla so much. It also, I just love movies where Godzilla is the antagonist and destroying stuff, because that's fun to watch. It's very political, but like a good kind of political. Like, it's people in rooms talking, but like, it just, the whole movie's just them like, just like very good commentary, and like, they're just like, how do we stop Godzilla? How do we stop Godzilla? That sort of thing. And it's one of my favorite Godzilla designs, and I think it's cool. It's just very, very cool. I enjoy it, and I think it's an overall great. Godzilla Planet of the Monsters. This one I would rank in D. Our first D tier. Just because it's just very slow, and just there is so much build up, or there is so much setup. Like I can forgive it because it's just setting up for the next two movies, but man, it was a slow burn. Godzilla, but then there's Godzilla City on the Edge of Battle. I'm placing this one in F, just because of how boring it is. Like, it's even more boring than the last one. I don't like it. Too much filler. And Mechagodzilla, instead of making him fight Godzilla, Mechagodzilla is a city. And that's just kind of lame. While it does seem cool in some areas, still, this is Mechagodzilla, really? And then I would also place in Godzilla the Planet Eater in D for the same reason. King of the Monsters, easily going in, not F, it's going in, I would give it an A. It's not perfect, but I would easily rank it in A. Godzilla vs. Kong, I would also rank it in A for the same reason. It's good, and plus it's even more good actually because they finally show the fights on screen. And it's also the introduction to Mechagodzilla in the MonsterVerse, which I think is the coolest Mechagodzilla I've ever seen. Godzilla -1, also A, for it just being another commentary, political Godzilla film. And Godzilla X Kong, The New Empire, 2024, I would rank it in S tier. I love it. It's not flawless, but it is a cool introduction to... But it is a cool movie, and I love Godzilla Kong teaming up. That's cool. TV shows. Godzilla Singular Point. I give it a B. Could have been better, could have been worse. And last but not least, we have Monarch Legacy of Monsters. This one I'm placing in D. Just because it is not good. I mean, it is like the human story is so annoying. Like the kaijus in it are, from what we do see, are great, but the human story is not good. Like I like the flashback series, or I like the flashback part of the series with young Bill Randa and young what's his name? Lee Shaw. But with the new characters, the modern day segment, I didn't care for at all. May's story, May/Cora, her story was just terrible, I thought, and so unnecessary. And then just like her running away from home, and Kate and Kentaro were just annoying brats, and it just like unnecessary family drama. Like it's called Monarch Legacy of Monsters, not Legacy of People and their family drama. But yeah, that's my tier list ranking. So, do you agree? Yes, no, maybe so. Whatever you would like to say, tell me in the comments. And yeah, see you next time. Bye bye. Peace.